Well, a warm welcome back to the Indira Gandhi Arena, where we have reached our second match on quarterfinals day. It's women's doubles and brings together Baek and Lee So-hee of Korea up against Shu Ya-chin and Sung Yu-shuen of Chinese Taipei. Here's the women's doubles draw as it stands. We're going to see another match straight after this, actually, the third match down, but currently it's the second one we're interested in, featuring the number 6 seeds. So here come the Koreans, who will start pretty heavy favourites for this match, not just because they're the seeds, but they've been in excellent form of late. Hardly ever play a bad match, it's so consistent. Not met before, these two pairs. Let's listen into the toss.
Black, this is red. Choose. Black or red? Red. This is red. You choose red. Black. Black, you want to toss. Service, who will serve? Song will serve. Lee will receive. This good.
So let's give you a bit of information then about the four players who are about to watch, starting with Baek and Lee So-hee, the 6th seeded Koreans, ranked 5 in the world. They have been top of the shop. It's about 18 months ago. Asian champions in 2024. And a couple of titles last year as well, and 2 very big ones, Denmark Open and the World Tour Finals. In fact, they defended their World Tour Finals title in Hangzhou last month. It's one of 8 World Tour events they've won as a pair in the last 2 years. Lost to Lewin Tan last weekend in the final of the Malaysia Open. McPherson and Torrance were swept away, as indeed were the Rawat sisters in the first round. 2 matches inside half an hour. I don't think that'll be the case today against Shu Ya-chin and Sung Yu-shuen. Inside the world's top 20, that is their best ranking as a pair. Shu's actually married to a former mixed doubles partner, Lin Chi-lu. Only World Tour title is in mixed doubles. It's way back as well, US Open 2019. And Sung Yu-shuen, who's her partner. Actually, Shu is 12 years older than Sung. They did get to the final of the US Open last June in Iowa as a pair. It's the closest they've been to winning a Super 300. Been pushed to 3 games in both their opening 2 matches. Lost in the first round of the Malaysia Open last week. Played a few semis last year. Side Modi, Korea Masters, Thai Open.
Ready to play?
Both our officials are from India.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Su Ya-ching and Sung Yu-swan, Chinese Taipei. And on my left, Baek Hana and Lee Zoo-hee, Korea. Sung Yu-swan to serve to Lee Zoo-hee. Love all. Play.
So here we go, it's first women's doubles quarter-final with the Korean pair, very warm favourites. That's a fine start from the Chinese Taipei pair.
Love.
Yeah, they've had encouraging performances this week, particularly over the young sisters from Hong Kong. Thought about leaving that.
Yeah, and it would have landed in, I think. That was in too.
2-love.
Baek Hana taking a gamble, pushing into the net and asking a lot of her partner.
Service over. 1-2. Service over. 3-1. Service over. 2-3.
Well, they might be ranked 18 in the world, but Shu and Sung have started as the more aggressive of the two partnerships.
Most pairs around the world will start as the more aggressive and probably continue that way and finish the match
Service
looking
over.
more aggressive. The
4-2.
strategy of Baek and E is very conservative. Slightly more old school approach to women's doubles.
Five, 2.
Can't argue it's not effective though. Those titles you said they've won in 2 years, and great couple of weeks or great month really for Baek and Lee with another great World Tour Finals performance. Final last week.
Well, they're on the back foot here, the two Koreans, with Shu and Sung having started really well, pressurising the
Service over.
world number 5 pair.
3,
Bit of a gift
6.
there with the service error.
4-6.
Good defense from the Koreans.
5-6.
Yeah, maybe Shu and Sung just need to employ a fraction more patience here. So I think they've actually started well. But that was, again, a bit of a present of a point.
Out. Service over. 7-5.
Good pace on this relift.
Eight, 5. Lee.
Always does struggle down the racket line, Lee So-hee.
Service over. 6-8. Seven, 8. Out. 8-all.
So having trailed 6-2, the Koreans have got themselves on terms this opening game. Can't remember a single winner they've played, but this doesn't matter. No pictures, only numbers on that scoreboard.
Block from So-hee.
Service over.
Nice
9,
counter-attack.
8.
Saw that Baek Hana was inching forwards, caught out of position. We'll play it again. That's the way to take on this Korean pair.
Service over. 9-10.
And a few free gifts really for the Koreans. Could have been a lot more one-sided, this scoreline.
Yeah, it's been kind of either winner or error so far, hasn't it, from the Chinese Taipei pair? Last point before the interval coming up. On the line, so 11-10.
11-10.
Baek and Lee in front.
Interval.
높게 가야 돼. 키 큰 애가 지금 어차피 신장이 크니까 어중간한 높이로 가면 안 된다니까. 확실히 올라가든지 확실히 드라이브를 쳐야 돼.
네. 붙이는 가운데 갈 것도 없어. 요렇게 해서 이쪽에 붙이면 된다고. 키 큰 애 쪽 안 붙이면 돼. 알겠지? 그냥 빠지고 있으니까. 그 밑에서 제 오른쪽 주면 안 된다. 하나야. 그리고 밑에 주면 안 해도 높여 가면서 만들면 돼.
중앙심 때리고 그냥 드라이브 레시브 왔을 때 그 볼을 좀 빨리 놔주면 좀 빨리 내줘야 돼. 늦춰서 놔주면 안 돼.
Court 1,
뒤로 올리던가
20
높게.
seconds.
높게
Court
올리면
1,
수비해.
20
앞에 펴 있으니까.
seconds.
올라가야 돼. 높게.
Coaches, turn to each other. Players back on court. Baek. 11-10. Play.
So in front for the first time, that 11th point, Koreans.
12-10.
Out.
13-10.
A bit more aggressive in their movement here, the Koreans. Baek, one more time, stepping in, looking for anything short.
Fourteen, 10.
Clever play again, Baek in particular. Six straight points.
Fifteen, 10. Su.
Good variation from Sung.
Yeah, it's a good leave in the end.
Service over. 11-15. Play. Baek, get ready quicker. Fall. 12-15.
That's where they really can pose a challenge. Return from Baek. It's always going up.
Ball.
Have to take those opportunities.
Service over. 16-12.
Xu Yaqing has been caught smiling on a number of occasions after the odd misplaced shot. That serve was not the quality she was looking for.
Out. Service over. 13-16.
Yeah, a little shake of the head from Baek Hana, applying pressure on her in the mid-court. And again, penultimate shot lacked quality. Good serve.
15-16.
Completely nonplussed her opponent. So from 16-12, now right back in this opening game, Xu and Sung.
So often we see it
Service
such
over.
a passive,
17,
conservative approach
15.
from the Koreans. Back there, right from the serve, was just, I'll lift it out. I'll just keep lifting. I'll let you make the mistake.
Out. 18-15.
Followed it all the way.
Just long.
Oh, challenging this
Lee
one, I think.
Soo-hee challenges call out.
At least the line judge saw it as just long. See what Hawkeye makes of it.
Yeah, I think they've got this one right. Slightly more aggressive and unusual counter-attack, which I was quite pleased to see, actually, but I think she's missed.
Just.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 16-18. Play.
Be unlucky if the loss of one challenge comes back to haunt them with the game so advanced. Just wanted a little break, I would imagine. And that's a really nice shot.
Service over.
Both the
19-16.
Chinese Taipei women were back on the heels there, just couldn't react.
Nice deception.
Ball.
Oof.
Service over. 17-19.
Pouncing on the loose serve. Wow. Got to keep their wits about them here, the Koreans.
Yeah, 19-16, they look good things. Now, right in the balance. Well, that's a terrible miss.
19.
And they may have just gone favourites now, Xu and Sun, having come back from 16-19 down. They have looked by far the more proactive of the pairs. Another error from the Koreans, who are not at their best so far. Huge point, this.
Oh, Lee So-hee all over the court. That was
Service
great.
over.
Almost the first time we've
20,
seen that.
game point 19.
So the first game point to the number 6 seeds.
Yeah, that forehand drive down, covered the mid-court.
And right at the body of Sun, couldn't do anything with it.
See, they can play that style. That rally is a good indication.
Well, a bit of a damp squid ending as far as the Chinese Taipei pair are concerned. However, Koreans will not be complaining. 21-19, the seeds lead, 1 game to love.
第一个基本球没有自己要先稳定一点，我基本在控制的时候，然后再是有时候你们太早给不起高，所以他们在加速的时候没有，你们不要掉入他们那种节奏里面，然后就把拉开，看你们拉开的时候你再放就好一点。还有说你们后面就是在给不起高的时候没有你们的球多少你们要做到，所以友情还是要先把它拉开，先调动开，先把你拉开节奏拉慢一点，再找机会去加速，这样就好。
쟤를 계속 뒤에 빼고 이렇게 하면 괜찮아. 그리고 뒤에 잘 나가니까 짤 돌리고 짤 돌리고.
키 큰 애가 앞에 있을 때는 일단은 좀 높게 올리고 오른쪽 베이스가 한 번 좀 이쪽으로 빼주면 돼. 왼쪽에다가.
자신 있는 건 걸어도 돼. 드라이브 수비 짧게 해라, 짧게.
여기서 조금 더 잘 나가.
잘 나가. 좀 더 잘 나가. 근데 저기처럼 지금 막 많이 나서 잘 나가진 않아. 근데 수비가 다 되니까 짧게 가면 짧게 가면
아니, 어차피 지금 우리는 공격으로 팍팍 끝나는 게 별로 없어. 그러니까 쟤네들도 지금 수비하는
Court one,
연결해야
20
돼.
seconds.
공격하더라고.
Court
그리고 이제
20 seconds.
언니가 이제 롱 많이 넣을 거야. 롱 봐라.
네.
롱 길게 보고 때려야 돼. 길게 보고. 끝날 하지 말고.
Second game, love all, play. One, love.
Well, that's not coming back anytime soon.
Two, love. Three, love.
Cross lift from that late position.
Four, love.
Got to make these shots count. Well played. Rewarded for their aggression.
Love.
Natural order of things seems to have taken over here now. Just wonder if the disappointment of losing that opening game has affected Shu and Sun, because I think they played pretty well in the first game, to be honest. Bearing in mind, you know, they're 18 in the world.
Service over. 1-5.
Yeah, they've certainly been in the fight. A few loose shots here and there. making all the
Service
difference.
fault called.
Oh,
Too high.
Well, that's
Service over.
a bit of a killer. Just
6,
stops all the
1.
momentum. First one we've had today, actually. Can't serve from above 115 centimetres. Service judge Nitin Suman calling that.
Seven, 1. Eight, 1.
well, it's been a quick second game so far. These mistakes from Xu and Sung have contributed to that quite a bit.
Service over. 2, 8.
Yeah, the errors coming thick and fast now, aren't they, from Chinese Taipei pair?
2.
On the slightly faster end now, the Koreans, they're understandably trying to impose their attack on the opposition a bit more. It's a bit more firepower
10,
on show.
2. Service over. 3, 10.
So a really
Service
healthy
over.
lead for Baek.
3,
11-3, the mid-game break, and a game to the good.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Coaches, yes, back on court. Back on court. Lee. Eleven, 3. Play. Service fault call, too high. Service over, 4, 11.
Well, let's see whether that coaching interval is going to have any impact, because change of ends has changed the style of the Koreans slightly. They've been a lot more aggressive in game 2.
Service over, 12, 4.
Xu and Sung need to step up and challenge from this early position in the rally. Not be so passive like that in return of serve. Under the pressure straight away.
Service over. 5-12.
He dropping a racket in frustration there. Wild
Lee,
miss.
Get ready quick. Service over. 13-5.
Well, that dropped on the line, I think.
Service over. 6.
No complaints
13.
from Baek. Slammed it in.
She can't believe
Service
it.
over.
Xu Jing
14.
and Sun Yushui was closest to it. They just can't believe that caught the line. No challenge though.
I think they tried. I think they were a bit late. They did put their finger in the air eventually. Yeah, well in.
Yeah.
A little bit of left to right drift still out there.
15-6. Service over. 7-15.
Touch of complacency there from Baek. His second game almost in the bag. Good reactions from Baek.
Service over. 16-7.
trying to hit it too hard, I think.
17-7.
Just calling for a bit more variation in that attack from Su and Sung. These two Koreans can
18,
sit back in
7.
defence and absorb that all day long.
Quick now, quick. Back on court.
They're a bit betwixt and between, Shu and Sung. They don't know whether to play a patience game or keep attacking. All a bit irrelevant now, scoreline the way it is.
Yeah, they tried it another way, didn't they? Tried to hand that initiative to the Koreans on the back line. See if they can find a counter.
So another error brings up a whole raft of match points, 13 of them.
Match point 7. Service over. 8-20.
I think Park Ju-bong will be relatively satisfied with
9-20.
today's performance.
So that will be that, with a minimum of fuss really. Made a great start, Shu and Sung, early stages of the first game, but since then it's gone rather downhill. The class of Baek and Lee coming to the fore, and the Korean 6th seeds safely through to tomorrow's semi-finals.
Match won by Baek Hana and Lee Soo-hee, 21-19, 21-9.
21-19, 21-9, 38 minutes was all it took. Final point really was symptomatic of the match. Wild error from their opponents. Well, don't go anywhere, because next up we've got another women's doubles quarter-final. Fukushima and Matsumoto, the number 5 seeds, against the improving Koreans Jung and Lee in a couple of minutes.